Hello everyone, it's good to have you back again on this simple mobile app development course by Skill Academy. Okay, so in our last class we were able to create a mobile app using Samora bot and also tested it using the app tester by Samora bot, this particular one. And so we're able to create a VTU app. Okay, that's a mobile app to be used in data recharge, airtime and data recharge. Okay, we called it instant top up. Okay, instant top up. And so today we'll be talking about how to integrate paystacks or a payments gateway like monnify or paystacks with our mobile app. Okay, that will help us to complete the setup that is necessary for our mobile app and also to be able to download it. Of course, this integration is not only for VTU app, it also work for other kinds of app. Okay, if you created a web app like a website app, like an app meant for a particular website, for instance, you converted a website directly to a mobile app, or you created an online store like an e-commerce app, or you created a hotel app, a hotel booking app, restaurant app, laundry and other kinds of app at all, you would need to integrate it with a payments gateway for people to be able to make payments directly to you through the app. Okay, so in this case we decided to use there are two, actually, if you're using Samora bot to build, there are two payments gateways they allow. That's monnify, which is registered and licensed to carry out financial transactions in Nigeria, and also paystacks. Okay, so when you check our mobile app here, you see it's showing 90% complete over here. That's because we've not integrated it with a payments gateway. So over here we're going to set up the payments method and complete this. Okay, it will reach 100% the moment we are done. Okay, so if you are building your own app, this is how you integrate that app with a payment gateway. The first thing to do is to come over here, click on this task to complete, click on it, and then it will take you straight to something like this. Okay, this is what you will see on your own. Now you don't need to touch anything here. You don't need to touch anything on in this session. You don't need to touch this, fund your wallet, open statistics panel, check your growth. You don't need all of that. Okay, so what you need to do, once it shows you something like this, you come over here and click on VTU, this third option, VTU and payment setup. Okay, VTU and payment setup. So you select it, and once you select it, it will show you at the API setup here. You will find the VTU platform to use, which is Samora VTU platform. That's what we are using. So keep it the way it is. Okay, just leave it the way it is. Then over here it will show you select payment type. Now there are two payment types here. The first one is the online payment type, while the second one is the bank transfer. So if people are going to buy data or fund their wallets through your app, okay, they will be offered these two payment options. That is the online payments, which will require them to use their cards to make that payment, or to use bank transfer method. Okay, so you leave it at the online payments, because once you set up online payments on your app using either paystacks or monnify, those two apps automatically, or those two payments gateways automatically have bank transfer options that they can generate an account number for each person who wants to make payments on your site. Okay, they will generate account number for each person that wants to make a payment on your site. Now the moment you select that online payment, okay, the next thing for you to do is to visit paystack.com or flutterwave.com. You can see this particular one. Go to paystack.com or flutterwave.com. Now the moment you get to paystack.com, just create an account with them. Okay, create an account with them, or flutterwave.com, create an account with them. Okay, so after creating the account, like in another app that I built, which I will show you, I used paystack. Okay, so after creating an account with paystack, just go to your settings, then select API. Under settings, when you get to settings and under API in your paystack account or in your flutterwave account, you will find your public key. Is just going to be a very long string of numbers like this, series of numbers like this. So just copy that key, which will start with P, K or something. That's public key. Just copy that key, come over here and paste it. Okay, so just delete this one here, delete this one here, delete. Then that's key from paystack or flutterwave, you paste it over here. Okay, and then after you've pasted the public key, you also need to paste the second key there, which is the secret key. Now these two keys are necessary for transactions to be able to take place on your app. They are very, very necessary for transactions to be able to take place. So you, after pasting the public key here, you also need to paste the secret key here. So you just delete this one that is here, and then that key you get from paystack or from flutterwave, you paste it over here. Now those are the two payment options that are recommended for you over here on your payment settings. That's the settings of your payment gateway. However, they are not the only ones allowed. You can also use monnify. You can use monnify to do the same thing. So if you are going to use monnify, since monnify is not here by default, what you need to do is just go to add-ons, as in click on this place, click on these add-on buttons, and it will show you option for monnify. Okay, so you come over, you see monnify integration. So you just click on it. Okay, add, you just click on this plus button here. So what will happen is that you are now adding this as a payment gateway also. You get, okay, you see you have successfully installed monnify, so you're adding it as a payment gateway also that people can use. So you then go ahead to configure it. Okay, the configuration is almost the same. So you just put the API key here, contract code, which you will see on your monnify account. Okay, the secret key, and then the charges format, whether it's going to be in naira or in percent, all those things, you just fill them over here. Okay, so that's how you add monnify to it. Then if you're not going to add monnify, you can just continue with paystack. Like in my case, I used paystack. Okay, I used paystack to complete the app. So having used that, my paystack account in the first one, I wouldn't want to use it in the second one. Okay, so but you can do the same over here. You just go to, again, you go to VTU and payment settings here, and you scroll down, public key. This is where you need to put your public key from paystack or flutterwave. And under secret key here, you put in your secret key from paystack or flutterwave, and then you then put your bank account detail here for manual payments, but this one is not mandatory. Okay, you put it over here, and once you are done, leave this withdrawal system the way it is. Okay, the withdrawal system is for mainly bonus, like if you are offering bonus or offering rewards, any kind of reward for people who sign up on your account. If you are offering bonus or reward for people who sign up on your account, you can allow them to withdraw that. You can allow them to withdraw that through this withdrawal system. Okay, so once you are done with that, you then proceed to this place where you see referral system. So under referral system, if you are also allowing people to refer people and get to your app and get rewarded, you enable it. You select enable. If you don't want that, you can just disable it. Okay, so if you are enabling this, you will also have to decide how many percent okay, from the first deposit of the people they refer. Like if the people they refer made their first deposit, as in let's say the first deposit is 5,000, then you decide how many percent they'll be getting. For instance, 2%, 2%, or 10% of their first earning, or 5% of the first deposit the people they referred, made. Now here you can decide the max earning amount. That's the highest amount anybody can earn per referral, the highest amount anybody can earn per referral. Now if you don't understand all of that and how it works, you can just leave it at disabled. Okay, just the same way I left this one at disabled. Now once you are done with that, the next thing here is to now select the services that you want to be at the customer's portal. That's when the customer log in, what do you want them to see? Okay, there are 27 services here, which are MTN, airtime, MTN data, Glow, airtime data. If you keep going, you'll be seeing the rest. Okay, that is WAEC checker. That's for people to be able to register, check WAEC, buy the pin from you. There is also WAEC registration. So from your mobile app, people can be able to buy pin for their WAEC registration, and also make payments for their prepaid meters. So anyone you see over here that you don't want, you can just untick it. The moment you uncheck it here, it will be gone from your mobile app, so they won't be able to see it. So just look out for the most popular ones. Like you see here, by default Port Harcourt is not selected, so it means that people from Port Harcourt won't be able to make payments or access prepaid meter code, recharge code through your mobile app. So you can tick it here just to put that option in the mobile app. So you discover that aside from that, there is also NECO results, Jump e-pin, and the rest. If you want to be selling Jump e-pin through your VTU app, you check it. Okay, so when anybody log in, they'll see that on the dashboard. The same thing is applicable to cable subscriptions like DSTV, cable TV subscriptions like DSTV, GoTV, StarTimes, and the rest of them. Okay, so the ones you don't want, you can just uncheck it, and the ones you want, you check them. So once you are done selecting the ones you want, just click on OK. Initially it was 27 services, now it's 29. That's because I've added extra ones. Okay, so then over here you can now decide to the data you want to add to your platform. Okay, so do you add MTN mega data? That's MTN bigger data. You select yes or no. Some people don't use MTN bigger data on their plan, on their platform, or on their app. They just want their customers to be able to buy the smaller ones, not these big mega ones like 100 gig, 250 gig, 500 gig, 1 terabyte. They don't want that. They just want the small ones. So if that's what you've decided, you can just select yes. Okay, and if you don't want that, you select no. So the same thing is applicable to other options here. You choose how many percent discounts you'll be offering your customers. If you want to offer them discounts, if you don't want, just leave it the way it is. Okay, so once you are done checking the prices and everything is okay by you, you just save it. So now once you save it, everything will be exactly the way you want it to be. Okay, so now I didn't enter all these details. That's because I have already entered the details in another app. I don't want to use the same payment option here. So that's how you set up paystack. That's how you integrate it, or flutterwave, with your mobile app. Okay, the same thing is applicable to monnify. Okay, so that's how you set it up. All right, so aside from that, you also need to set your prices and your charges over here. So how much will you be charging for each of your products? How much discounts will you also be offering? So over here you can set the pricing, how much you'll be charging, and for cable TV as well, electricity and other things, even for education e-pin like the WAEC and other ones. So if you don't get the prices, you can just click on check our service prices and know how much Samura VTU is charging you. That's Samura bot VTU is charging you, and then you can then know how to set your own prices. If you don't know or couldn't get the proper information on the prices, you can also reach out to the customer care using their contact details, which I will share it at maybe at the end of these whole lessons, okay? Or you can just go to the bot and send an email to to that you want to contact them. Send it a message and it will show you the numbers to call, okay? The numbers to call or the email address to send a message to. Okay, so once you are done with that one, you go over to the next option, okay? And set up everything you want. Now over here you see your customers list. That's the list of people who have signed up on your app. Because I use my personal detail to sign up, I'm going to be the only customer you see. Okay, you see, I'm the only customer. That's Prince Gabriel Okocha. Last seen 23 hours ago. That's when we were doing the testing, and then you find my details and all of that. The random phone number I use for the registration and everything. The balance I have presently in my account. This is how it's going to be for all your customers. Even if you have a million of them, to show you their details, it will show you, their how much they have and everything. If you want to suspend a particular customer, just you suspend him from here. If you want to delete them, you delete them from here too. If you want to also fund them directly from here, you fund them from here. You see the option here. So if you want to send them a message that will appear on their notification bar, you just do that over here and much more. Okay, so you want to check their statements, transaction statements over here. So that's how you find your customers on the app from your back end. Okay, and also if you want to check their transaction, you go over to this place and click on it. So these are the things you do from your back end, to monitor it from your back end. Even if you didn't build a VTU app, even if you built any other thing, it's still the same process you use in checking your customers, in checking other things that were done. Now I attempted making a deposit of $100. I'm sorry, 100 naira the last time we were testing our app, so that's why it's showing this. Okay, attempted. It wasn't successful. If it was successful, it will show successful here. So all the transactions that are going on the app, you will also be seeing them over here. The transactions that anybody is doing using your app. Okay, so if you also need to have resellers on your app, okay, if you need to have resellers, people who are also reselling your services, okay, you are offering them maybe data and airtime at reduced amounts for them to sell also, you do that over here. Okay, you set it up over here, how much they'll be paying and all of that. And then lastly over here you can see the add-on panel for you to add more things to your app. I showed you this in the last class. Okay, so that's how you integrate your mobile app with paystacks, or your e-commerce, or your VTU, whatever you are building, with paystack and flutterwave and also monnify, to be able to receive payments. Okay, so this our app. If we want to download it again, we just click here and it will show us an option. Okay, an option to download it. Now when you are done building your app, you'll be required to pay 5,000 naira before you can download it. Of course, that 5,000 naira is, okay, you see, kindly subscribe in order to download your application and to use your app manager for 1 year. That's how long it will last. That 5,000 you pay is far cheaper compared to going to get an app developer to build a mobile app for you, which they will charge you far more than what is here. In fact, there is no developer that will charge you less than 150 to build a mobile app for you, unless they don't know the value of what they are doing or how much work they are putting into it. Okay, so just make your payments over here, and once you are done, within the next couple of hours, this app will be available for you to download as an APK file that you can install on your phone or any other person's phone. So in the next class, I will also show you how to publish this particular app or any one at all that you build on Google Play Store. Okay, so for now, this is how to integrate your mobile app with payment gateways like paystack, flutterwave, monnify. So if you have any question on this, always feel free to reach out to us at Skill Academy. I will see you again in the next class. Thank you.